So, do you have a hobby, a talent, a skill that you've learned and you've really perfected it and you're really good at it? And does it earn you money, or have you turned that skill into a business? Then this is for you. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a great day as you're watching this. I am also having a great day. I'm just out here seated on my balcony, crocheting and just thinking about something that I thought that I can actually talk about today. So I have been crocheting for a really long time. I started crocheting when I was young, and then I crocheted the whole of, I think, lower primary, if I'm not wrong. Then upper primary, I stopped crocheting all through high school. While I was in campus, those are the moments where after classes I'm so bored. So when I was so bored, I decided to just pick up a crochet hook and relearn how to crochet. So I relearned how to crochet, watched YouTube videos, basically just to understand the basics of crocheting. I actually knew them, but I needed to, just relearn them and try and polish my crocheting. So I started because I was idle, didn't have anything to do. So that was the only way I could pass time. Then from there, I actually went deep into crocheting because I was fighting something mentally, and crocheting was kind of therapeutic and was calming my nerves and all that. I was crocheting majorly for myself, and then from there I started crocheting for my family members, my mom, my dad, my brothers, and then from there I started making things for my friends. And then a friend of mine, I made something for her and she actually paid me. All these other friends, while I was making things for them, what they did was just buy yarn, bring it to me, then I make them, then I give it to them. And then it was just that. And then a point where I made something for a friend who actually told me this looks really, really good. And she gives me some amount of money. And she told me, you know what, you can really make money from your skill. You're actually good. You can actually make money from crocheting. And that is how I actually thought of starting a business. I actually discovered that I can actually go into social media and start advertising my products. So I would make things for my friends and then post them there and then charge them money. And little by little, I started getting clients here and there. The clients were not that many, but it was a significant number of clients. And people will just want me to make them something, and I'll give them a prize. Back then, it was really underpricing, but I was just learning. I was a beginner, and I was just, discovering things as I go. So when I reached this point where I was actually getting clients and making products for clients here and there, I think I had a mindset shift and something really happened to me. So I actually realized that I can make money from crochet. So everything that I made was just to please people, to please clients. I started making things that people love, things that other crochet creators out there are making that are selling, and things that I was selling also. I started just measuring on things that other people liked and not really what I really liked. And I would make things, I would advertise them on social media. I started being so active on social media and making my content all about crochet and just trying to figure out the things that I can make for my clients. So why I'm saying there was a mind shift there, it's because I stopped thinking about crochet as a hobby and I started thinking about crochet as a business. So that shift of mindset actually cost me a lot, because I just reached a point where I was making things for money. My focus with crochet was not really a hobby. It was not really how therapeutic crochet is. It was not really about how this thing was making me feel. It was just majorly about earning money and making sales and marketing my products and getting more clients, getting more views on social media. Every single piece that I made, I was just thinking about it in monetary value and not measuring on creativity of how creative I'm making these pieces. I was just thinking of how am I going to get clients to buy this piece that I'm making, or what do clients really like, and how can I make those pieces to fit what clients like. And at that point, I was living with my parents, so I really don't understand why I was really majoring on making money and not really creativity and how crochet made me feel, and crochet as a hobby, because I was not paying any bills, I was not paying rent, I was not buying food, I was not doing anything with my money. All I was just doing was buying more yarn, making more pieces, and then buying maybe some things here and there for myself. And I was just really thinking about money. So this reached a point where every single piece I make, if I don't earn money from it, I'll just get frustrated. I'll just start thinking of, why did I make this piece? Why am I even concentrating on making this piece? So I unravel it, and maybe it's something that I can wear. Maybe it's something that it's really beautiful. Maybe it's something that I can actually gift my friend, or give it to my mom, or give it to my dad, or give it to my brothers. But at that point, I was just thinking that, this thing has not really made any money for me. So I'm going to unravel it and then make something else that will earn me money. And that was just majorly my mindset at that point. So once I started making pieces and some didn't really get to sell, I'll start undervaluing them. I'll start selling them at a throwaway price, or I'll just do something to just get rid of them, or, as I said, unravel the pieces. And I just grew more and more frustrated with whatever I was doing. I just wasn't thinking about anything else, and frustration kept on building. And at this point, I think I was just desperate to make something for someone who can actually buy. So after now frustration building and me realizing that I just hate my hobby, and I hate crochet. I hate making these pieces. I hate the fact that I have to keep on making a piece and unraveling it once it doesn't sell or a client doesn't want it. And mark you, there are those clients you just have a problem with, those clients that you just have an issue with. And I was conned so many times by clients also, because at that point, I was just frustrated. I just wanted to sell and sell and sell, and I was not thinking about anything else but selling. But once the frustration grew and it just reached a point, I think I came back to my senses, and I had to just wake up and realize that I am actually being a fool, and I'm actually hitting something that really helps me calm my nerves. It's something that is therapeutic to me. I actually turned my therapy sessions into things that were actually stressing me and giving me even more anxiety. So once I came back to my senses, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to take a long break and just sit down and decide, what is it that I want to do with my crochet? What is it that I want to do with everything that I know about crochet. So once I took that long break, it dawned on me about everything that had happened, the mind shift, the me sitting down and realizing that I have actually been a fool for the longest time, and there are things that I need to change about my art. There are things that I need to sit down and really think about. And I'm sure this is something that happens to so many people, so many artists, so many creatives. And, it just reaches a point where you just undervalue your art because every single thing you're looking for is money. And I also think social media plays a part, because you find that you've made a piece with your whole heart, and this piece ends up not performing. And once it ends up not performing, you just give up and decide that, you know what, I don't think I'm creative enough. You just don't even think about how creative you are to make such a piece, and we just end up forgetting the basics of our craft. And this happens to so many people, where you find that our hobbies turns to a nightmare. So the question is, what did I do after I realized all those things that had happened to me? The first thing I did was, like I said, took a long break and decided that I'm really going to go back to the basics of crocheting. I'm really going to sit down and start making pieces for myself, pieces that I love, things that I really want to wear, things that are really going to be in my closet and I'm going to love them, and also bags maybe that I would also wear them out, and just everything. Just started making things for myself and just stopped thinking about anyone else, stopped posting on social media, stopped really trying to figure out how I'm going to attract customers, and just sit down and just settle in that, I've made something creative for myself and it's okay. It's not a must I sell this piece. It's not a must I post it out there in order to show clients that, you know what, there's this creative piece that I've made and you can buy it, and it was really, really a frustrating moment for me. At that point, I was just itching to just post and itching to just get clients, but I had to, sit down because for some weird reason, I was not able to stop crocheting. I just couldn't stop crocheting. So I had to figure out, what do I want to do? Second thing is I decided to just find balance. I had to figure out, do I really want to make crochet a business or do I want it to remain a hobby? And if it's a hobby, how am I going to do it? Or if it's a business, how am I going to be able to balance it being a hobby and it being a business and enjoy both sides of the spectrum? Just basically try to balance my creativity also. Am I making a creative piece just to sell, or am I making a creative piece because I am making a creative piece? The third thing that I also had to do was just shift my mindset. I had to stop thinking of crochet as a way to earn money. I know sometimes once you earn money from something, you're just like, oh, so this thing can make me money. So let me think of ways that I'm going to earn money from this thing. But at the end of the day, you really have to learn that your hobby is your hobby. And if it's earning you money, well and good, but it's still your hobby. You have to just make it your hobby. If it starts to be stressful, stop, relax, and just go back to the basics. So once you find balance and maybe you just ask yourself, do I want to make this art a business or do I want this art to remain a hobby? And maybe you've decided that you want to make it a business. For me, I decided that I want it to be both a hobby and a business, a part-time business per se, not really a full-time business. Okay, it's okay to earn money from this thing and it's okay to enjoy it and it's okay to make something for myself and it's okay to make something for my parents without expecting money from them. It's okay to make something for my friends and not expect money from them, and just rest and just chill and just relax and figure out what it is that you really, really want. Once you have figured out that you want it to be a business or a hobby or both, you need to sit down and re-strategize the business. You have to figure out, the marketing, the advertising, everything. Once you just have figured out that you want this art of yours to be a business, I think the best thing to do is sit down and strategize your business. Try to make your business as easy as possible. Try to make it as flawless as possible in a way that it won't bring out burnout or it won't make you just end up hating your craft. Sometimes you actually think that you hate your craft, but at the end of the day, you just hate everything that surrounds your craft that makes it a business. You hate the marketing part, you hate the posting part, you hate the part that you have to actually advertise your business. And if this is the case, you can actually make it as easy as possible. For example, if maybe your marketing style, like me, is posting on social media, you can actually have strategies where you're not actually feeling the need to actually post every single day. I know that in order for you to grow on social media, you have to be consistent and post every day. And that doesn't mean you burn yourself out simply because you want to advertise your product, simply because you want to advertise your talent. I know this comes to shifting your mindset. Sometimes our mindset just goes to money and money and money and nothing else but money. But we need to just shift our mindset from money and the value that this craft is adding to our lives. So where am I now? I'm at a point where I have relaxed. I really don't want to post because I want to get clients. I want to post because I have made something that I love. And if I get clients, yes. If I don't, it's okay. I just want to be at peace with my craft. I want to feel happy while I crochet. I want to just sit down and, and crochet a piece that I really, really love. And if I get clients from that, it's okay. I wish that every single person out there that is making something, or you have a hobby or a talent or a skill that you've learned and you've really perfected it, it's okay to just relax and enjoy your skill and not expect money from it. And it's also okay to earn money from it and just relax. Don't make it all about money. Just make it all about fun. Enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. If it makes you happy, do it. If it doesn't make you happy, just don't do it. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something from this video. The same way that I had fun making it, I hope you also have fun while watching it. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.